Good morning to everyone at this fourth public hearing of the Prosecutor Vetting Commission. I'm Christopher Lehman, the chairperson of the commission, and I declare this session to be open. Our commission is established under Law 252 on the external evaluation of judges and prosecutors. Article 22, paragraph 13 of that law provides that this commission will assess candidates for the Superior Council of Prosecutors Selection and Evaluation Board according to the procedures and criteria regulated by Law 26 of 2022 on measures related to the selection of candidates for the position of members in the self-administration bodies of the prosecutors. The hearings being conducted under the Commission's Rules of Procedure for Evaluations under Law 26 of 2022. The subject of today's hearing is Sergiu Beșliu, a candidate for the Superior Council of Prosecutors Selection and Evaluation Board. Mr. Beșliu, welcome, and forgive me if I don't pronounce your name precisely correctly. I'm joined today by my fellow commissioners. I'll start from the right, Nadezhda Hriptievsky, Irmantis Mikolonis, Tatiana Raducanu, and to my left, Saskia de Vries and Cornel Lebedinsky. The commission is also assisted today by members of our secretariat staff. The hearing is open to the public and to members of the media. The hearing will be conducted with interpretation into Romanian and English, and it's important that in order to allow for accurate interpretation, I ask everyone to speak slowly and clearly. The proceedings are being recorded. The recordings of the Commission's public hearings will be available on the Commission's website within 3 days after the hearing. That website is www.vettingmd.org. Mr. Beșliu, during the hearing, one or more of the Commission members will ask questions to you. Please answer them truthfully and completely. Your explanations are important to the Commission in verifying your financial and ethical integrity. In formulating our questions, we will take into account your privacy and, where required and possible, the privacy of family members and close persons. So we will leave out unnecessary details relating to ID numbers, bank account numbers, specific addresses of real estate, and the like. For the protection of your own privacy, we would ask that you do the same. At the end of the hearing, there will be a brief opportunity for you to make a closing statement. I will start by briefly reviewing the evaluation process for the candidate. The Commission initiated its evaluation process on the 22nd of December 2023. We notified the candidate by email and asked him to complete and return the ethics questionnaire and the financial declaration form. The candidate returned the completed questionnaire and declarations on the 27th of December 2023. As part of the evaluation of the subject's ethical and financial integrity, the Commission has also obtained information from many other sources. These include the National Integrity Authority, the State Fiscal Service, the General Inspectorate of the Border Police, and other public institutions, as well as financial institutions and open sources. The Commission assesses the information it obtains from these sources for its relevance and reliability. The Commission sent the candidate 4 rounds of questions on 20 February 2024, 29th of February 2024, the 7th of March 2024, and the 18th of March 2024. The candidate responded to all of these. On March 22nd, 2024, the Commission invited Mr. Beșliu to attend today's hearing. At that time, we noted the candidate of the specific topics that would be addressed today at the hearing. Mr. Beșliu, thank you again for appearing today. I'll begin with just a few questions for you. We ask you to respond in a complete and truthful manner to all questions that are posed. Mr. Beșliu, do you wish to make any additions or corrections to any of the answers that you have provided up until this time to the Commission's request for information?
Bună ziua, onorat Comisie.
Good day, esteemed members of the Commission. There is nothing that I would like to add to the questions, to the ethics questionnaire. There's nothing to add to the answers that I've already provided in the rounds of questions, and I think I was diligent enough. I was open with the Commission, with the Secretariat, and I tried to do my best to provide the maximum information that I was able to acquire, to obtain in order to address the doubts that were raised, and I tried to provide all the information that the Commission needed, and I think I was open, diligent, and therefore there is nothing for me to add now, in addition to what I've already provided in my answers and in the forms that I filled in.
The answers that you provided in your 5-year declaration and in your ethics questionnaire that you returned on 27 December 2023, are those still accurate as of today?
Yes, honorable members of the Commission, there have been no other changes, amendments as regards my answers, as regards those declarations that I filled in. So everything I wanted to say, to provide, to share, I already did, and there's nothing for me to add.
Thank you. I will now give the microphone to the Vice Chairperson of the Commission, Tatiana Raducanu.
Good day. During the evaluation process, the Commission identified an imbalance between your income and expenses for 2013. And so, could you please answer the following questions? How could you explain? I mean, during our communication, you've mentioned that the imbalance between income and expenses that was covered by the amount of 15,000 lei that you received for different family events, family ceremonies. So can you tell us what family event took place that brought you that income? The one in 2013? Yes. So as regards family events throughout the year, that is birthdays and other events such as the fact that my ex-wife was her birthday, the birthday of the child, and mine. So during the year, 15,000 lei, that was money given on the occasion of birthdays. Who gave you that money? By our guests, acquaintances, the people, friends, those who were invited to participate in that celebration. How were you given that amount of money, the 15,000? Was it in cash or was it by a bank transfer? Well, given that it was a birthday, that would bring it as a gift in cash. So it was a gift in cash. So the gift was money. Yes, that was, instead of buying an object as a present, as a gift, they would provide money to replace an actual object. So that is a practice. You either, when you're invited to a birthday, you either get or take money there or an object, a gift. And throughout the year, that is the amount that we accumulated. It's not a big amount, not 1,000 euros. It's a reasonable amount that is realistic to accumulate at events like this, like birthdays. You also stated that in 2013 you spent about 30,000 lei a year for consumption expenditure and that the amount of 37,584 lei calculated by the Commission as on the basis of the National Bureau of Statistics data was too high, and you stated that the real expenses were significantly lower. Is that right? Is this what you said? Is that right? Yes, Honorable Commission, I stick to my statements that I provided in the Q&A sessions. It's only that I would like to reiterate something that I mentioned in the questions and answers rounds, that I've lived with my family, with the parents, and the parents are also supporting us using their own income. I could provide examples, actually, and show you the figures that the parents were able to provide that support to account for that difference. I've explained that in writing. But this amount of 30,000 lei that you've referred to, so there still is a negative balance. Well, the negative balance was covered by my parents. We lived with the parents. That was a detached house where we stayed in the suburb of the town. And there are some other activities that you could engage in addition to the respective income. I mean, traditional activities for a Moldovan, traditional Moldovan family. So in the answers that you provided, you said 30,000. And now what is the amount? It's 30,000 is what we spent, but the parents covered the difference, and that's what I've also indicated. The difference, that is something that was covered by the parents. Is that what you're saying? Yes, the difference was covered by the parents from their income, and proof of that income you can find by checking out the official income of the parents, and you provided documentation, supporting documentation on the income of your father in 2013 to support the idea that there was enough money for them to cover these expenses. Yes, but also, Honorable Commission, I would like to provide an example of logic, perhaps. I would like to say that in 2011, when it comes to expenses for 3 people, 1 child and 2 adults, the NBS established 66,000 lei. And say that I, for instance, was working at the Security and Intelligence Service. My salary was 53,000. So practically the government leads to that difference. I was only getting 53,000, so it practically imposes you to find another job or to live with the parents in order to be able to make a living. And the parents were there supporting us, helping us, they were with us, including in that period of time in 2013 when they supported us and we lived with them. And the parents, you said, were living in a detached house. Yes, a detached house. When did you live with them there, the year specifically? While we were married, from 2007, so 2007 to 2021, including after the divorce. So you've been living there all the while. Yes, our family, before we got divorced, we lived there with the parents, and after the wedding, we lived there, and then we've been living there. I remained to live with my parents there. So practically for a lifetime. All this time you've been living with your parents. Yes. How much did your family spend in 2013 as consumption expenditure? Well, I already mentioned in the Q&A rounds about 30,000 lei, which is the amount that we were able to cover, to pay for, and the difference was covered by the parents. So you confirmed that 30,000 lei. Do you confirm it? Yes, as I did in the 4th round of questions. And how specifically would your parents cover the family expenditure? Did you divide maintenance expenditure? Well, they were paying for utilities, and please don't hurry. Who was paying? The parents were paying for utilities. Yes. They were paying for utilities, for foodstuffs, they would buy food products. As I said, we were living in a detached house, and as traditionally is the case, the custom, there were other means to support ourselves, such as we had some domestic animals, some vegetables. My parents also had a particular a plot of land where we were also harvesting certain crops. So it's a traditional Moldovan family, and thus we managed to have some savings. We had possibility to make some savings because our parents supported us, they were with us. And on this note, I would like to thank the parents for the fact that throughout my life, even to this day, they're still there for me, supporting me. So what do you mean by that land of plot? It's farmland. What do you harvest there? I mean, different vegetables such as tomatoes and cucumbers, and it's what you need to support your life. What about the bills? Were you paying for that or the parents? As I said, the parents were paying the bills. And how much would they have to pay? In 2013 now, well, that having happened that long ago, I can't remember. I mean, the public utilities, the bills for public utilities. Now, I don't know exactly how much we were supposed to pay for gas, for electricity back then. The Commission didn't ask me that question specifically to be able to answer to that in the Q&A sessions. But it's even as per the data of the NBS minus these expenses for bills. Practically the net income of the father minus maintenance expenses of the parents, that equals the net income left for our parents to support me, for my parents to support me. But this is something that I provided a detailed answer on during the Q&A rounds. What about the child support related expenditure? Your child was born in 2010. Who was covering those expenses in 2013 all the way? Because the trial usually requires some additional funds. So we managed to use the 30,000 that I referred to. So you were paying for that. Yes, we would 30,000. And then the difference compared to the NPS data, all the difference was covered by the parents that I worked. That's what I'm trying to explain. So this 30,000 included the child-related expenditure. But the parents would support us with the maintenance, with, we were living in their place.
So parents were paying for utilities, and then overall support, like, yes, food, current support, they were helping us. They were doing a lot of preserves, like a traditional Moldovan family, preserving fruit and vegetables. We had animals in our household. So a traditional family, and parents traditionally helped us. Now, moreover, my ex-wife's parents were also helping from the countryside. They were living in the countryside. They were helping us out with certain food stuff. You were living in the Chișinău suburb, yes? Yes, I did. That's why it was possible to save some money. That's why to save as much as possible by means of help of the parents who helped us through various ways. Can you add anything or clarify anything? Well, once more, I would like to thank my parents for helping me, being by my side all my life, and I'm very grateful to them for that.
Are there any other questions from the commissioners?
I have one question to you, Mr. Beșliu, and it's a little bit in the margin of what we are looking at as a commission, but when I look at your income from your law firm, it looks like you have a good income. I'm not going to go into specifics. Nevertheless, you've decided to become a candidate for the Selection and Evaluation Board with the Superior Council. Can you combine your law firm with the work for the Council?
From what I know, it is possible, and I will allocate enough time for my work within the Council in order to provide my contribution, significant contribution to the reform of justice, to promote values of integrity and best practice that I learned during my career, both in theory and in practice, in order to implement them and help the SCP by my candidacy in that board. If I may, esteemed candidate, I have a very simple question. Did you manage to get informed about the provisions of Law 26 under which you are evaluated, especially when it comes to evaluation criteria and candidates' right during the evaluation process? Yes, I know that. Thank you.
Are there any other questions from the commission? Seeing none, Mr. Beșliu, I'd like to give you the opportunity to make a closing statement for the commission.
Esteemed Commission, thank you very much. I would like to thank you for the time granted. I would like to thank the Secretariat for the huge amount of work they did together with me during this period, during the questions and answers round. And I would like to tell you that this was quite an interesting exercise, however not easy. It wouldn't be easy for like anyone. We hope this is a one-time exercise that would be beneficial for the prosecution and judiciary of the Republic of Moldova, because myself, I was already being an attorney, and as the member of a commission mentioned, I have enough justified income. I was thinking, or I decided to run for this position in order to be able to contribute to the prosecution system, to the judiciary system, in order to promote reforms in Moldova. Therefore, I hope that the next board, including this Selection and Evaluation Board, will consist of people with no doubts related to integrity, because the law of the purpose of Law 26 and Law 26 point 252 is to enhance the interest, the trust of the public into the justice, and this is achieved by evaluating candidates, among other things. So I wish good luck also to all upcoming candidates that will undergo this procedure. I wish them good luck and courage. This exercise made us carry out a comprehensive analysis of our financial diligence and accuracy, and I think this is an exercise and a lesson for us to become better, to collect evidence, to keep receipts, to keep evidence by means of which we would be able to prove our integrity at any moment of time. That having been said, I'd like to thank you and wishing good luck to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Beșliu. And thank you for your participation during the evaluation process and at this hearing. The Commission will now deliberate on the matter and issue a decision as soon as possible. And I declare the session closed. Thank you.